Voss's turn to get a hug.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Hello, and welcome to Jarviskjir Narashiro Nights, finally free of the plague that affects it. William. Gone. Freedom at last. How's everyone doing? What's going on? We've been talking about Halo, candy. We always have a good pre-show chat here.
Loot boxes.
On the Sunday
everything.
show. Everything.
Sorry. Surprise mechanics.
Oh, yeah.
I got the sniffles.
Here.
Yeah, it's one of those. We were talking about how weather warnings, pollen counts.
I got extreme as
that
a warning.
mess.
I think
Yes.
adding loot boxes to my home D&D game. Just being like, oh, you can have any item you want into the DMG, you just have to give me $50. Or actually...
Well, it's funny
or
you say
can
that.
pay me $2 to roll on the magic item.
Because if
table.
you,
It's
if
more-
someone in chat wants to give me $40, they get to give loot to you.
Give us a Holy Avenger that we can't use. And then inevitably end up smelting down for raw materials.
Has that ever happened in one of your games where someone's smelted down in a magical item?
I did that once
Not
as
noticing
a
it?
player. Because we had a really new DM who gave a lot of really good loot, and I was playing an Orc Barbarian. So he didn't realize the mistake he had made because it was his first time DMing. So I took it and then melted it down and added it to my hammer. So our +4 chain shirt we got at level 2 ultimately was not very useful.
Yikes. Big oof.
Oops.
But the biggest oof is perhaps what happened last week.
Yep.
In Narashiro Nights, you guys went off to fight the Banshee of the Briar, an undead infesting a kind of pool, and it was an incredibly tough fight in which Torum was destroyed. But Yuna, being the very pragmatic necromancer that she is, captured his souls in those few moments to store it for being able to put him back together, hopefully, while being incredibly depressed. And pretty much when we ended that session out was with kind of two ideas. One, that your ally Tanuma has been to the floor under yours and kind of built some sort of workshop there, complete with Eve, the body she made that doesn't have a soul. And that both Voss and Rakath were trying to find any information about Tanuma out as possible. And that's where we're going to continue today. Voss, with you rolling me an investigation check.
Oh, good. Let's see how this goes. Okay.
Ooh.
That's good. That's
Okay.
good. So for the last, let's say, week or so, Voss has been going out into the city, asking questions of people, in a very samurai way, not in a very charming way, in a very, you will tell me what you know. I just have this really nice imagery. It's like I want it on a Magic the Gathering card of Voss without the armor, with the cloak, just going around the city streets, being intimidating. And you actually do hear some information. You actually, you know that Tanuma has many labs. She was a very paranoid person who kind of compartmentalized a lot of her life. And you actually find the location of one of her labradors, one of her labs in Narashiro. It would be kind of on the other side of the city from where you are, but that doesn't matter you so much. You know, you have hard written down. This is where one of her labs is, where she has worked before. This is meant to be a bit more of a public-facing one, one place where she would do business with people in the city and things like that, rather than an actual hard science laboratory. Mm-hmm. But still, an invaluable clue in finding out her whereabouts after she disappeared.
Okay. As tempted as I am to just straight up go there by myself, I feel like that's a terrible idea. And while I might not be the smartest boy in the streets, I am very wise. So I will take this information back to our little compound there and try to find, I guess, Yuna first. I was going to say Torum, but I guess Torum is...
With Yuna.
So, where is Yuna right now? What's she up to?
Yuna is definitely still in her bedroom being sad.
Okay. That kind of falls outside of the realm of expertise of a samurai, particularly Voss. But he's gonna do his best to just kind of like knock lightly on the door. Just a little rap.
After a long pause, I will eventually shuffle over and creak open the door.
Pajama Yuna,
Pajama Yuna.
as discussed before.
Mm-hmm.
Skin available in the Jarviskjir loot box program.
Yeah. So you just see Voss standing there waiting patiently. I'll say, Lady Yuna, I have found a clue to the whereabouts of Tanuma. And if she's able to help us, I think I know somewhere where we could either find her or at the very least find something that might lead us to her.
Oh! And I'll kind of visibly perk up at that. And just one moment, please. And I will close the door, get dressed. I will have definitely made a little pouch for Torum's soul. It's going to be like sheer fabric, so we can kind of like see the outside.
That's adorable? Question mark.
Good
Worried.
question too. What's your goblin pet up to? Where's he?
He's in the same
other
room.
side of the room.
Yeah, but there's a curtain that splits the room in half. They're doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're making potions slowly.
Which I will grab before we head out. Also, because I would like to go to the store, which I want to do earlier, but I didn't have anybody to come with me, so it seemed unsafe. So I've just been stuck in my room, being sad.
Perfect. Yeah, while you're getting ready and getting dressed, I will go get dressed and put my armor on because it could be unsafe. So I'll get ready.
Okay.
Cool.
When you're ready to head out, what are you buying?
I
What am I
need
selling?
to buy.
Too
How much is it gonna cost me? Oh, it's not gonna cost me anything?
That doesn't
Never
sound
mind.
like
I thought Augury cost 25 gold in oh yes it does. I see it now. Bonus of chunks.
You just need to have the sticks, but it doesn't use them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't use them, yeah, of course. It doesn't consume them. I wanna buy myself some cards.
Okay.
That I intend to paint myself later on.
Yeah.
But for now,
25 gold
it'll just
of cards and art equipment
yeah.
to proxy your own cards.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And for the time being, until I get more creative with them, I'll just have like blessing, curse, neither written on a couple of them that I can draw.
That's they'll be made nicer in the future.
It's in the future, but for now, it's what these are. All right, cool.
Sure, why not?
And to do that, I will sell one of the potions.
Smart. I kind of like to imagine that the usurper version of like the playing cards, instead of it being, you know, black and red, it's like one half is like sun elves and one half is usurper elves. So you're never really meant to play the the diamonds and hearts or whatever. It'd be the other way around. They would be the spades and clubs, even though they're usually the black side, because the drow have to be the diamonds and hearts because they're the good guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I imagine just put curse on the back of like king of clubs or something like that. Yeah, that's great. I like that.
Cool.
Awesome.
Question: would the drow cards have like king and queen, but like queen is high?
Yes, absolutely.
Because it's like a super
100%.
matriarchal.
It would probably
society.
it would be Jack, Queen, Goddess. It would just
Yeah.
skip King.
There's just no king.
Go
here.
past it, yeah.
Sweet. Okay. Are you casting augury right now? Is that why, or are you just getting the stuff?
I will, like, once we get the equipment, I will.
Yeah,
cast
you
on.
set it up, probably at a tea shop while you're doing these
The
adjustments.
Question I'm going to ask is going to be, is it a good idea for me to go down into the room below ours and break all of her shit looking for clues?
That would be a result of woe.
Alright. And is going with Voss on this fun journey going to be a good or bad decision now that I've used all my second level spell slots?
That would be a result of wheel. Yeah, that's a good result.
Alright.
Are you not?
Which is
casting
great
a ritual?
because that's a
Oh, they are ritual, aren't they? Okay,
yeah.
that's right.
I mean, like you go to this, card and art shop. You buy it. You take some time with a nice balcony seat doing this, and quite nicely, you actually kind of show the ritual ending up with both results, so he can understand them as well, which is pretty great.
I will explain that this one, which is the bad one, was us going in and breaking all of her stuff and looking for clues.
That does seem like it would be a most unwise decision. Hence the result of woe.
Yeah, but she moved in downstairs and I wanted that space anyway. So.
Well, I guess that would create somewhat of a silver lining if it turns out she has indeed been assassinated by her assailants.
Alright. Plan B then. We'll pack up the cards.
I have a question for you as well. Is it?
I have an answer.
I do not understand much of the magic that you use, but would it not be possible to simply put Torum's body, or soul rather, into the manufactured body that is currently in the basement?
Yeah, that was part of the one where we go and break in and, shatter that glass that's behind and, all that.
Very well.
I think it's a good plan B. Should we try anyway? We should go try. Let's go try.
Let's attempt
we
this
won't-
first, because
we won't
if we
break
find her, she may have some useful input on transferring the
I
soul.
know, but I
of
don't
the
like her anyway.
dwarf.
Fine.
You don't have to like someone to find them useful. Look at Rakat, for example.
Rakat is
Really
wonderful.
cool.
How could you say that?
Anyways, shall we go?
Do you not like Torum?
I don't know if it's possible. I like Torum as much as you can like.
You're not answering the question I asked first.
Oh, you? Of course.
That's the most important one.
That goes without saying, Lady Unimar. Of course I like you.
Okay, good.
If I did not like you, I would not so readily pledge my service to your house.
So remember, I can read your mind, so I know if you're lying.
He's not lying about that.
I'm not actually even checking.
You guys have no way of knowing.
That's very polite of you.
So no. All right, so let's go check out that house first.
Yeah.
Okay. You travel, this house is a bit more towards the manufactory district. Where you can sort of see down past the streets, you can see large structures that kind of glow with heat, and that heat does rise through this area. It's definitely one of those places where you're going to be walking through like vents and things that kind of vent hot steam into the streets. But as a result, it's actually not that busy a place. You find exactly where you were told on this little map. The door to the lab, and you actually believe this to be the case because built into kind of the awning above, it seems to just be a kind of artificial pattern, but actually the shadows cast by it from the lantern above that awning actually end up spelling the office of Tanuma Bieris onto the ground in front of the office. The door there before you is also like the one she kind of installed on the floor there in your building. It's big, chunky, fanciful, not very elven and elegant, you know? A bit more of a... she doesn't really put a lot of artistry into what she makes. For an elf. To an elf standard, I suppose.
She's very pragmatic, by the sounds of it. Okay. Does this door have like a weird eyeball on it, just like the other?
It doesn't have that sort of that part to it. No.
Okay.
Can you give me a perception check real quick?
Yes. Yes.
Both of you can. Yeah.
Pragmatic's just a nice way of saying it's ugly.
You're not wrong.
Yuna notices that there was a padlock on this door, and that padlock is on the floor.
I'll bend down and I'll tap it, just to draw it to Voss's attention, so that he can be prepared to draw his sword.
Yeah, as you do that, I was literally just about to say, I draw my sword at that, and just kind of like go up against the door. If I push on it, does it just kind of like have to give? Like I'm not gonna open it, but
Yeah, it's clearly unlocked.
like it's not secured. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Okay. I'm
Before
gonna.
we do this, I'm gonna cast Investor and Shield for Boss.
Thank you.
Take a couple minutes and do that.
Mhm.
Approximately 10 minutes and 6 seconds, if we can. If we're not interrupted.
Yeah, you're not. Like, this
For
is even
loitering.
one of those places where there's not, like, people around. Like, there's people within earshot. Like, if you were to yell, people would hear. But, like, you can kind of stand here and do this without
Since
any
we're
real concern.
here for 10 minutes while you're kind of preparing that. I guess during that time, obviously you have to stay close by so you can cast a spell on me, but I am just going to take a look around just to look and see if I notice anything else.
I will scold you if
Investigation
you go
check?
too far.
Yeah.
Because it is like a whole ritual. I
Yeah,
have something
that's the
burning
thing.
over
Like,
here.
my investigation
I have
is
to like paint
terrible.
on your head. Like,
You actually notice that, while kind of like doing that kind of test on the door, kind of hung on the handle on the other side is a little kind of ramshackle box. Sort of looks like a bunch of things welded together with string that kind of connects it to the door. But you don't necessarily understand what it is, but it is a trap of some kind on the other side of the door.
Okay. What would I need to roll to disarm said trap?
Sleight of hand.
I'm gonna try. Only Rakath here.
Yeah, finally. Oh no.
Yep. Could you give me a dex save, please, Voss?
Maybe. Nope.
Oh
No,
no.
you try to probably like with your sword, like, try to like, and this little box kind of falls to the ground and shatters, kind of exploding shrapnel, and it kind of deals 2 piercing damage to your hands.
Okay.
It's not the most deadly thing, but also the door was like in the way.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, those are great portents, by the way. Okay.
Right?
Yeah. That's just amazing.
Yeah, it's all wasted 20. It's a 20 whenever the fuck you
Yeah,
want
it's a
it.
20. It's a 20
Also,
saved for the
Aaron,
future.
You are like at a 75% crit rate on your portent, so,
my fourth 20.
which is nuts. Anyways, okay, so once you're done kind of casting the spell on me and I've finished stabbing my hand, Yeah, just like pull out some shards of that.
Like and you notice it's like nails.
Okay.
It's quite literally a nail bomb on the other side of that door.
I'm gonna get my sword ready and just look at it like, okay, we have to try to be on your guard. I won't say we should be quiet because that's but like stay on your guard and stay behind me. And I'm going to
Maybe better if we weren't quiet. Because these traps are probably left for people who are hunting her. And if we were loud and she was in here, she might, be like, hey, watch out for the traps.
Great point. So, as we open the door, I will then say loudly,
Projekt.
Tanuma. Yeah. Tanuma, are you here?
You hear no response in direct words. With the door open, you kind of hear, just very distantly, and this is kind of the things that a human probably wouldn't hear, right? Just kind of like the sound of scuffle, the sound of like motion further in the distance. Nothing quite clear coming through.
Go in and take a look.
I'm gonna... Can any of you figure out the problem with this scene right here? This is a meme purely for chat. I left something out. Me. I'm not here on the battle screen.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Everyone else is here, but me.
Ollie's just a black square.
Yeah. What a cursed life I live.
Ollie's in the void right now.
I am. Boom! I'm back. Okay. This, of course, is not at all an omen to what is about to happen.
Yeah, why bring up battle maps?
I can think of 2 reasons.
I have used it to show you a map before.
That's reason number 2.
Yeah. Can you 3 roll me initiative, please?
Oh,
as
no.
you walk inside.
Oh!
Holy...
That's good!
Yes, I can roll your initiative, apparently.
I'm glad I rolled... Oh.
That's not as good as his. He rolled very well.
Nope.
Where are my dice? Here they are!
Who the heck is Rofy?
Who indeed?
Oh, did you roll? Okay, I think I understand what's happening now. That's exciting.
Oh, that person's got it. We'll just let them take care of it.
Just, sorry to intrude.
That would be absolute memes. Holy shit, this guy's got a good
rolling
dex
very
mod.
well on things I suck at normally today, and I'm not rolling very well on things I'm usually good at, so... Let's see how this goes.
Okay. As you move inside, you see quite a strange sight. There's a small cloaken figure fighting off these large creatures around the size of a man. They don't really have the true proportions. They kind of like almost like a pile of this flaky white flesh. It's kind of like plaster, and as they're moving, this plaster dries and cracks and breaks and oozes and kind of creates this constant movement as they're kind of lurching towards this small figure, while in the back a small strange creature, actually smaller than the figure with the cloak, is kind of laughing and cackling. This thing is around 2 feet tall. It has a humanoid top half, although the features are very narrow. The face is just, it's not, face of a halfling or a gnome. It's very strange, narrow features with spectacles. But the bottom half, just kind of from the pelvis, 8 spider legs kind of sprawl out, and it's kind of skittering and moving, as it's kind of moving its arms a bit like a conductor, clearly controlling the beasts around it. And it will just kind of keep laughing. You guys kind of see this strange creature just about long enough to see it skittering off to the side. Voss, you see this strange sight.
Okay.
A note here would be, because there's lighting in here, the faceplate would be down.
That's true.
So all you see is a sort of like, almost like a welder's mask faceplate with goggles, big goggles,
Okay.
and a hood.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna move up. I guess I'm gonna dash, because...
What else are you gonna do, right?
Yeah. Right here is probably good. And then I am going to end my turn. That's me. I'm just charging in with my sword.
Damn right. Immediately as you charge in, this strange creature beside you will swing towards you and actually strike you with a surprising amount of force for how slowly this thing moves. And you get to see up close the strange, cracking, fissuring structure of it as it moves. It ends up dealing 3 bludgeoning damage as it just slams a stubby arm into your side. This one will kind of move forward, moving like some sort of slug or insect. If you pay a lot of attention to it, you almost see echoes and aftershocks of it through the air where it once was. It will move towards Rofy, and Rofy, what's your AC?
It's a 15.
You are immediately smacked for 5 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh. Oh no.
But they're incredibly slow creatures. Yuna!
Well, first of all, I'm gonna move up. It's like a good spot. And then I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire. But the question is, how much do I care about Rufy? Does not get him caught in the blast. And unfortunately, I think the answer is
No, you don't. You don't care at all.
Not at all.
So I'm gonna center it like there-ish. I think it's not working.
No,
So it'll
I
catch
saw it. It'll catch
yeah,
those
yeah.
3.
Those 3.
Okay. Dex saves.
Yes.
What's the DC?
The DC is 12.
They fail.
Yeah.
They all fail. My roll 20
that was almost good.
is
Oh,
glitching
no.
in brave new ways.
Well,
all of them just get splattered by the sort of drow magic spell stuff.
alright, well, that's my turn. Rufy. I'm so sorry.
Rofy, you're in this place. These things start lumbering towards you, and then just magic kind of explodes in your face.
What? Okay. And then you hear that sort of muffled coming from Rofy, and then all of a sudden, centered here, there's just a very large spraying of grease.
That's how you're starting. Okay.
Yeah, just like something pops out from under his cloak on his arm. It's a little tube, and he just waves it at them, and it sprays grease everywhere. The thing is, I'm gonna have to.
You're also in the grease.
Well,
yes.
Yeah.
Everyone gets a dexterity save or will fall prone. They immediately just crumple, and because they don't quite fall, they just kind of like slip and tumble.
This is so Scooby-Doo, I love it.
Yeah. Aha. Okay. Well, I succeeded luckily.
Yes.
Which you'd hope. And then I would step away, maybe taking attacks of opportunity. We will see. 1, 2.
Yeah, but they're not gonna hit.
He would like turn and like see the Voss. And be, what the? Turn, run, and he would like start running before looking, and then turn and just, who are you? And that's his turn. He's just like stopped staring at Una, like
The small creature skitters up onto this rubble here, kind of adjusts its spectacles, looking at Voss, and says, "Ah, a warrior. I'm sure you wouldn't mess with your lady's own servants. Disrupt the holy work that happens here," and she will actually move up, skittering across the ground, kind of pluck up some of the books, and just the second you see this creature pick up the books, they just start to burn, and just sort of turn to ash in her hands.
Okay.
Voss.
You hear audible, no!
Question 1. I know you can make a tumble check to like avoid taking attacks of opportunity and move through the square. Is it possible for me to make like an athletics check to push them aside, still taking the attacks of opportunity, but to force my way through the square?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and do that. And see
It's barrel through, I think, is the term.
that sounds about right.
Yeah, you absolutely succeed. These things are slow and mindless. It just kind of after you.
Do they hit me with attacks?
No.
Oh, okay, cool. Then I would like to use my bonus action to Fighting Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would like to action surge and attack twice against this little friend up here.
Oh, my God.
You can take the 18 for one of them.
Okay,
so 22 there, 18 next. Both are hits.
Okay.
You're also on. There's some books on top of you on my screen. That ain't right.
So that's gonna be 13
Oh my God.
and
Oh
11.
my
You
God.
immediately notice when striking at this small creature, it doesn't necessarily make any real effort to dodge. It kind of lets the strike hit, and you realize why after that first attack, in that it's a small thing. It's wearing fine clothing on its body, but offer no protection, yet the blade glances and slides off and like catches and doesn't quite pierce properly. But it still reacts and seems much more frustrated than it is injured at those sorts of attacks.
And as I'm doing this, I'm just going to say to it, the lady I serve would not take a destroying valuable information so heedlessly. And that's my turn.
They just slowly lumble and move. It kind of hurts your eyes to look at these things. Not only are they disgusting, their mouths kind of just form this endless void inwards, but they, like I said, kind of leave these after images that kind of almost make you feel like you have a headache or a hangover or something when you try to, like, focus your eyes on them. Yuna!
A lot of nope 5 times. I'll walk around that.
Yeah, and it's great because you could like effortlessly walk around and it like slightly turns towards you, but it ain't catching it.
So we're gonna do Essence Trap as a 2nd level spell on the little lady.
On the little lady. Okie dokie.
It's a 12.
Ah, yes, charisma saving throw. It's going to fail.
Really?
Ooh. Oh.
You feel a very strong pull from this creature. Like when you tried to essence trap the Banshee and it had a lot of resistance. There's a very strong pull from this creature, and that makes it stagger far more than Voss's attacks do. And you almost see this burning orange light kind of like dragging out of the thing. as you're trying to like pull its essence out. And Voss sees this as well, but it is not slain by the attack, but it is a lot of damage. A lot of damage. Rofy, there's one of these things in your face again.
Yep. Seeing this and seeing that whoever this other person is, they ain't helping. Rofy is going to. You see, two prongs extend out from underneath the cloak this time. They're sort of bladed, but they have a sort of darkened crystal on each of them, and then stabs it straight into that thing for an inflict wounds. No.
Well, that
Does
is
that
a
hit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it doesn't really dodge. It's a
Stabs it
man puddle.
Oh!
Wow.
Describe
What happens to it as it is completely destroyed.
Stabs it in, and as it stabs in, you just hear this crackling, clicking sound as between the two blades, a dark sort of necrotic energy pulses as it's just like stabbed into
It's
the
like
chest.
a
and it's
necrotic Tesla coil.
Exactly. And it just like stabs it and just let it on the ground, pulls it out.
Yeah. From the place where you stabbed it, it just starts to become that much more dried out, flaky version that immediately starts to burn away into nothing. The little spider thing looks increasingly.
I would also move.
Oh yes, please do.
Here, and I'm going to say that there is a backpack on stilts here for whoever who's.
That's true.
For
yes.
the others. Yeah, this little backpack on stilts.
She will growl up at Voss and will kind of just hold her hands inwards and then flick like that, and ink sprays at you. Can you give me a dexterity save, please, Voss?
Oh no, another ink.
That wasn't meant to be an advantage. Hold on.
We have two things that are inking when in danger.
And you try to kind of move out of the way, and it hits you, kind of sprays onto the side of your armor, and you see the ink droplet inside, and then you feel an intense burning of a tattoo being burnt onto your flesh as you are branded. The brand ends up being the symbol of Idrith, that kind of twisted mask of a face on a spider's body. That it burns, like you can feel a palpable pain thrusting from it, and this creature just grins at that, and that will be all it does. Voss.
I don't take any damage from that?
Nope.
That's worrisome. Okay.
Yeah, that's not good at all. Whenever something's like a save and then it does nothing, you're like,
and it's a long description, but no damage, yeah.
Yeah. Like, well, great. Well, you know what? There's no. We're just doing this. Okay. I'm just gonna use Fighting Spirit to give myself advantage again. Get a few more temp hit points and attack.
It's a hit.
Okay. 7.
It's not a very strong one.
No, it is not. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stay where I'm at. That's me.
Okay. The creature behind you, Voss. It would be Yuna who notices much more. Their eyes actually start to glow an ivory white. And it actually moves a lot faster in attacking Voss this time. Voss, what's your AC?
If it's attacking me and it's looking all spooky like, I'm gonna use shield.
Yeah!
You can use shield after he rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, can you? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
you can use shield after the result
If
is
it's
revealed.
determined as a hit? Okay.
I mean, it's looking spooky. It's up to you. You can do either way.
Okay, well, my AC is 16 right now.
It actually is going to miss.
Hey!
It's moving with quite a lot of speed, but considering the other creature isn't really trying to physically attack you, you can just like focus on getting this thing out of the way. So does the other one, that will move up to you again with vigor and will hit.
So I will shield now. If it looks like a hit,
Allowing you to dodge its strikes as they attack with just a lot of speed and vigor. This one will attack Yuna, which will hit.
I will cast shield.
It will not hit. It like lumbers up, and you can just. I like the idea of like to its vision, you're right there, but then when you cast shield, you were never there because you saw it was coming and just walked away in an alternate future. Because you're not dodging and ducking and rolling, nah.
No.
Not for a lady. Now it's your turn, actually.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So, nope. I'll take the attack of opportunity.
It
And
is going
she's
to
gone.
miss. Yeah. Gone.
And I'm going to cast Essence Trap again as a second level spell on that creature.
Okay. It is going to fail again.
Nice.
Damn.
It has a good modifier.
Fantastic.
It's just rolling like
Oh.
trash. But it does not die. It does not go down. And next is Rofy. That thing, you could almost see the spidery imp looking thing. Like, you can almost see its flesh being ruptured apart. But in a very inorganic kind of way. It's not like there's flesh beneath, it's just empty, you know? It's a very strange sight.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a thing then. If that's the case, I'm gonna. So first of all, before I put the spells and spoil things, so everyone in the room sort of feels a sudden burst of arcane static. Almost, you just feel like the hairs on the back of your neck just go up, and you hear this, and something shoots across the room, and it's going to be this. So, and I'm just doing it in this order so we don't spoil things. It's probably going to miss.
That
But I
is
would've
a
used elemental
miss.
overlord.
Yeah,
Huh?
that is a miss. Absolutely.
So you just see something fly across the room with sparking electricity flying off it, and it just hits like the bookcase behind it. And it's just
It like bounces off the creature into the bookcase.
yeah.
And with that, kind of looking around, eyes wide, it hits the spectacles and cracks them. That's the badass. And it says, "You're all heathens, heretics. You've not seen the last of me." And will just kind of bring its hands up and down, and a white circle of magic very quickly appears and disappears, with it kind of going, and you see all the papers that are disrupted from the books kind of go, and the smoke from the electrical fire that just started just go into a space where it kind of was.
Okay.
Voss. These creatures are still here.
Sure is. I'm going to attack the one below me. Wait, they're fairy fired, aren't they?
They are.
Yep. Lucky. The rule of Eric.
Baby? No.
That's a hit. Yeah.
I was like, this will be the time. Okay.
That is
Oh my
actually
God.
a clean, and then it just starts sliding apart. As it
Yeah.
slides, it starts to dissipate into that kind of sort of ashen, smoky red fire. It's actually a little. It's like a white phosphorus fire. Actually, it's not a red fire.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go here. I'm just stay where I am. I'm just gonna stay where I am.
Okay. It is going to attack at you and hit, dealing 4 bludgeoning damage. As the as you hear the hand of it hit you, you feel the brand burn again on your shoulder. And this one is gonna lumber down towards Rofy. Rofy, you're getting hit for 4
Yep.
bludgeoning damage. Just a Una.
Donk.
Let's see. I would like to do some more drugs.
It's like barbarians. Like, I would like to drugs. Yeah, you're gonna take more of that.
The arcane
Aether
dust,
crystal. Yeah.
Aether crystal, whatever it is. Yeah.
Arcane dust is
I
also
wanna
a
try-
very appropriate description.
I want to try and see if that brand is somehow connected to the creature that cast it.
Yeah, give me a Arcana check to kind of decipher what you see, right? Because the crystal allows you to immediately cast detect magic, and it lingers for a while. It's very clear that the magic of these creatures and the brand, which you can see with detect magic through his armor, this burning white.
Does it look awful? Yeah.
It looks horrible. It's attracting them and making their magic stronger. And you can't see that creature anymore, but there is kind of an afterglow, which also proves that it teleported away instead of turning invisible or anything like that.
Okay, cool.
But it does seem like it was the same, this all kind of very similar magic that needs further understanding.
All right.
You may also see from around this corner a lot of mismatched, just
yes,
tons
it's
of
like a
very
kaleidoscope
different-
of magic over there.
Yeah.
It kind of hurts to look at.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Was that my bonus action or my action?
Bonus action to take drugs.
Okay.
That's the rules. Remember?
So I will cast
That's true, yeah.
But I took them and then looked around.
Yeah.
But
I'm nice.
Cool. Cast chill touch on that thing.
On the thing attacking boss, that's a hit.
Cool. Because it was supposed to be with advantage, but
I forgot to put. That's my bad. I forgot to put the fairy fire markers on it.
Oh yeah, the little
No.
modifier thing.
I'm not gonna pay attention. 4 damage.
Okay, it's pretty good. Rofy, you have another one of these things in your face.
Yep, you hear some more very angry arcane sort of clicking sounds and a shanking sound.
You can roll those. That's a definitely.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Again, actually, this doesn't kill it.
Oh wow.
Like you see it like burn this literal hole in the inside, and it's like it kind of this does look like a kaleidoscope or kind of like a geode. Whatever it looks like inside, it ain't right. And it hurts, and it's still lumbering towards you.
well, seeing that it's not dying, you'll hear, "Save the books! Save the books!"
Okay.
Boss,
I'm going to attack the thing directly in front of me.
that is a hit. That kills it.
Cool. So what I'm going to try to do here is literally, as it kind of lumbers at me, do that thing where you like shift to the side and just take the sword and stab it like through here, kind of, and just push it onto the fire, actually, to try to like put it out.
Yeah, I'll allow that because the fire isn't very big, and you just kind of put the
Yeah.
like weird, sort of moist, amorphous form into the fire, and it turns
That's
it out.
not fair.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
And then I guess I can move a little bit. I'll just start heading this way.
This one's going to attack you, Rofy, and it's going to hit. Everyone hits on Rofy. That's going to be 3 damage. And next is Yuna.
I'll cast cantrip.
What's a hit?
Cool.
So in the very typical Yuna-esque way, the hand apparates, touches it, and it just crumbles.
Most
Leaving
impressive.
you
And then he
all-
just sprints past, straight to the books, to, like pat out the fire.
Yeah,
He's leaving the backpack with
kind of okay. So with that, why don't you properly describe what's going on, Tesh? Both the backpack, the armor, the weapon.
Yep. Actually, that's the perfect sort of shifting before I spread over
Yes,
the book.
exactly.
So it dies. Oh, good. And then you'll see he drops what looks almost like a crossbow, except it's missing a lot of the things that a crossbow needs, and it's got a lot of extra stuff on it. It's also a little longer than normal. So he drops that on the ground next to a bag that's like almost as big as him, propped up with little
stilt legs.
Stilt legs. It also looks like it connects to something. You're not sure what yet, though. And then the faceplate flicks up, and it looks very interesting. Looks sort of elven, but not quite. The eyes are too big. It's gray, light gray. Eyes are too big. You probably have... Yeah, okay, so right now his eyes look elven.
Yes.
So they look drow at the moment. And the eyes look a little too big, though. Something's off.
They would also probably immediately flick up the faceplate and wince.
Oh, yeah, definitely. He would instantly wince because it's a little bright in here. And just, hi, books, now. And he just sprint past and just make sure the books are, like, start panning out the books.
Very fast for a little guy as well.
Oh, much faster than you would expect. He's also wearing from, like... Other than like where his neck is, he's also got like one of those skin tight sort of things where it comes down and covers the thing that was the faceplate would cover everything. So then from the neck down, he's fully covered. Most of it's leather. Looks maybe a little bit more protective than leather. He's got bits of metal and contraptions strapped all through that you can see underneath the cloak. And yeah, he's moving much faster than you would expect for someone that size. He's about 4 foot tall.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna watch you scamper. And I'm just gonna say, hi, I'm Yuna. Your magic is very beautiful, very colorful.
Oh, thank you. Your magic
I'm
is
gonna point out to Boss. Like, look, Boss, look how pretty it is. You can't see anything.
Yeah, Boss just sees a crossbow that's kind of like smoldering on the ground.
I'm just like literally wiping the blood off of the sword and just like looking and like.
By the way, that creature teleported. It didn't turn invisible. And that brand looks horribly, horribly cursed.
Brand? What brand?
Oh yeah, you wouldn't know yet. That's right.
Oh,
you
I can't.
It's under the armor.
I feel like I've been burned, but brand, and I'm just gonna like unstrap the shoulder plate.
Yeah, I'm gonna help him take his
and
shoulder
you
plate
see on your dark skin a white, like there's red flesh around it, and then just a white brand of the symbol of Idrith. It's slightly different. It does appear to be moving ever so slightly as well, and is just glowing that kind of pearl white.
My first instinct is going to be to draw my Canto, which is just like the.
I don't know if that's going to help.
Start like cutting it.
No. Boss, that went through your armor. It might go deeper than what you think.
That's true.
So before we start cutting into ourselves, let's take a beat.
Troubling.
And then just you hear a very loud wait. Turns around. Who are you?
I'm
We
Yuna.
should ask you the same. Who are you?
I'm Rofy. What are you doing here?
We're looking for Tanuma.
Nope.
You look like
I'm looking for Tanuma.
Oh, I'm looking for her research.
I'm also looking for her research. Hence, save the books. He just goes back to start picking up the books, just trying to save what he can. It's just
a lot of them, because when you got here, Rofy, that creature was basically on the table, just touching them, and they would turn the page. Like the bindings still are fine, but like the pages inside, you open them and it's just ash.
Oh,
so a lot of this is just wasted and lost.
Oh, that awful little creature thing. It ruined the books, ruined the research. That's going to literally, he will pull books off one by one, checking each one. Just ash.
I'm gonna
You don't
take a
summon,
look
that's
at
what
that
he's
brand.
doing.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you collect the books, and I'm gonna take a look at that magical brand. Can I do an Arcana check?
Yes, please.
And can I do a history check?
You do history or religion or something like that. It's come to you. You have heard tale of powerful. It is known that powerful mage priests of Ivrith can summon creatures from Ivrith's own realm, the heavens, as your people would call them. Although it has many other names. The creatures that come from that place are sometimes, long lost relatives, and sometimes what other cultures may call fiends. Varachnia, that's the name. The Weave of Webs. You've heard tell of certain fiends that can leave a brand on those to be targeted by the servants of Idrith, which will allow them, it would be, these creatures would sneak into an enemy war camp, brand a general, and then the soldiers could just aim arrows effortlessly towards the brand, right? Those are the sort of stories of legend. They are not all that easy to remove. It is essentially a curse.
Oh no.
Cool. So basically, I just have a giant target painted on me for those aligned with Idrith.
Yes.
Oh dear. Can I?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't want to worry you, but it's probably going to kill you.
Yeah, literally looking at this, you're just gonna see Voss like snarl, and it's like, foul, degenerate magic. I'm just gonna start putting the shoulder back.
We can fix it later.
I just look to you, and I'm just like, don't worry yourself about this. Many have fallen on my sword, and many more will come, I'm sure.
And then he takes a big old swig of his mug.
Can I do an investigation to see if I can find any books that haven't been touched yet?
Please do.
Oh, wow. The role my character cares about. The first role my character cares about is a 1.
Sorry, Tash.
More.
It's tradition at this point.
It is. It's golden. You realize that they didn't get into one section of this desk. Very nice oaken or wooden desk, and literally wood, not fungal wood as well. You're like, one section. You kind of jimmy the lock and just twist it, and then the panel under you just fall.
Oh no!
The rest of you just hear a splash and look over, and there's no Rofy and just a hole where he was.
I looked at you and I'm like, did he teleport away also?
No, he fell in a hole. Rofy, are you okay? Can I see the magic skills like below the hole?
You can sort of see, like, he kind of leaves a magical trail of his own, right? And you can also, like, the hatch is open, and, like, it's still swinging. You can kind of, like, peer down. You can see him down in the bottom of the hole where there's water down here.
Boss, do you have a rope?
I'm, like, already starting to pull the rope out
It's actually going to be the second, like, he's down, and you guys are, like, not paying too much attention. You hear sort of whirring and whizzing behind you at the backpack. And a little arm picks up the gun that was on the ground next to it, picks it up, loads it in, and then
just Kobe's it into the hole. So when you like getting the rope out, and the gun just launches down the hole as well, which is hilarious.
How handy.
Yeah.
Might be a good idea that you did that. Can you roll me a perception check, Rofy? You actually don't have disadvantage because you're actually in complete darkness right now.
Good. Yay. Oh, but my perception not so good.
I'm sure there's nothing in this water.
Totally nothing at all. Oh god, and I've got lightning element on my gun at the moment. That's fantastic.
Yep.
Oh dear.
So you're gonna feed down the rope down the hole.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm gonna need an athletics check from you, Rofy.
Yep. Oh no, it's athletics, not acrobat. That's not too bad.
That's not bad. As you start to pull up, and you're like, I'm not very sure of the structural integrity of this rope. You feel something nibbling at your toes. You're like, nope, nope, nope. And you can climb out of the hole. And that's actually where we're going to leave it and take a real quick break. And be back in a couple of seconds. Be back in